court said that Section 162 and 165 are not discriminatory to the LGBTQ community because the acts criminalized against are for anyone. Welcome to the Kenyan Observer. Today we're going to be focusing on something that has been happening very recently. So as of late, I'm sure if you've seen through different hashtags, there's been this hashtag repeal 162, which basically the LGBT community and the community of Kenya as a whole is looking to remove or repeal the section 162, which basically criminalizes same-sex marriages. We're going to have a more intense discussion about it later on. But today we just want to go through some of the reactions and tweets and social media postings that have been going on so that we get like a feel of what the Kenyan people are saying. And today here with me is Wendy. We have Vera, who is my co-host, and we have Maureen. So thank you so much for joining me in this session. And I guess we'll start with Maureen. So Maureen, maybe you can, some of the tweets she's read, some of the tweets that are very exciting or very inakukwaza kidogo. So yeah, we'll start from there and just give your honest reactions and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
I know I'm asking for too much on this Halo Friday when we repeal 162, but it would be lovely if conversations on homosexuality in Kenya went beyond analyzing sexual activity. It hurts to watch the dehumanization and depravity. Yeah. I don't understand basically why when we're talking about like just
all this same-sex
heterosexuals, then you don't feel the need to talk about just the sexual activity.
I think love.
Love and passions because
I feel like it's love. Some people are just inclined to love the people that are like, oriented the same way as them. Some people, heterosexuals, and it's okay, But now, when it's talked about, it's mainly sexual acts, and even from the ruling, it's more sexual acts. But it's just like allowing two people
to just love
a guy and a girl to fall in love, and a man and a man to fall in love, and not having a problem with it because it's not your business. The biggest enemy of the LGBTQ community is just themselves. They're intolerant, branding those who might not understand or agree with them as being phobic to them, while also not educating the ignorant on who, what, why, when, which, and how of LGBTQ life. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I think, okay, to be honest, I think I just thought he makes a point, not a full point. The way he's put it sounds so grave and so nasty, the way he's profiling like those LGBTQ people by saying they're not. But then he has a point, like the people who do not understand, they need to properly understand. That's why we say this thing has been centralized around sexuality and sex only. So that's why it sounds so grave to some people. Exactly. But then if it comes into light to the rest of the people that this is just love between me and another individual, then that changes the whole conversation. So he has a bit of a point. He has a bit of a point.
That just because some people don't appreciate it, or maybe it's just not for their liking, then they're phobic. I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's extreme like that for everybody. Some people might just find it uncomfortable to talk about. Does not mean that they're homophobic.
And they
just don't feel.
I understand why it would be, difficult for people to understand, because we'll say like the majority is what is considered normal. So heterosexuals are like everywhere. Yeah. But this is not a concept that people are used to seeing, especially our parents. So I would understand where they're coming from in wanting to know more. So I feel like it's I don't think they have this responsibility, because I think I'd say like you don't need to explain to anyone who you choose to love, and why, because sometimes like not everything can even be put to words. Like I can't, as in not every answer has a yes or no, So I think I'd say I would understand why people would not understand, especially the older generation, and just I'd understand why. But I also don't think it's their responsibility to make people understand. It's not.
Neither do I.
So when you know someone, so let me just give an example. If I know nothing about being gay and all that, but I know Maureen and I know she's like a kind human being and she's nice and she's normal and she's smart. But then also with this, she's maybe gay or lesbian, something that maybe never heard of, never known. Because I know a bit more about you, so it's easier for me to even try and understand this phenomenon that I think for many people it's very foreign. Because maybe they're not interacted with.
They said we didn't have sufficient evidence, but a gay man was stripped, battered and dragged around Mathare yesterday. This is what your religion and colonial relics have done to us.
Wow.
I don't agree with the last part. I don't necessarily think it's religion because it's very many.
Yeah, very many.
One, there's so many different religions. Let's just like
we have as a country we are a mixed country with many religions.
Two, there's so many people who are very religious, but you will not see them doing that.
Yes,
they're not the ones who
yes.
I think it's just a personal thing.
I think it just goes down to those people who are there.
Who you are,
who you are as an individual.
Yeah, but I see where religion plays a role in this, because we know how people take religion for what it is. So when our religious leaders are constantly telling people that these people should, like it should not be like this. Always talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, always talking about like being lesbian and gay and how it's probably the worst thing that you could ever do to God. But then that becomes a problem. But I think something and not even be violent towards them. You can be against something, but also admit that they're human rights, like they're equal to all of us. So so I'd say a church has played. I would personally say I feel like the church has played a huge role in this, because even the church has. I have heard. I'm not even going to quote, but I've heard a man of God like preaching hate towards these people. Like they don't say love them, accept them. They preach like do not accept them because it is not. So
it's not what God says.
Just preach love towards them because they're just human beings.
They're just human beings.
But so one that I saw was, it said, true that this absurd culture is not and will not be a part of Africa. It's an ideology that has no place in our society. We will never allow this cursed Western ideology to mislead us.
Alright.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay. So basically it's an absurd culture and that just came in from the West, and it's just this idea.
It's super un-African.
It's super un-African because apparently now this whole thing has a nationality.
Kenyans are
I
interesting.
feel like for people who wear like European clothes almost every day,
We really
and speak English every day, we really have an opinion. What is being Kenyan?
What is
What is being
What is
Kenyan?
Kenyan? Yeah, because I feel like we have things from all over the world, like that we
the
practice.
cursed Western ideology. Honestly, that's where that one got me. That's all I'll say.
Kenyans would rather be mad at LGBTQ having their rights than being mad at state officers stealing and misusing their taxes. Sounds so Christian of them.
That's shit going on, as in everyone is exploding. But then this guy's here trying to go.
It's where we not as
getting mad at the wrong thing,
Yeah.
because we have 1,001 problems to get mad at, but we're really getting mad at the wrong thing. Repeal 162 is propelled by the western part of the world. No wonder Wazungus were all over in the courtroom. Kenya is a God-fearing country and that shall not tolerate same-sex marriage.
And then I also don't like the way we're speaking as if yes we are one as Kenyans, but it's not one person.
Like
we are our own country. We are a population of 40
different
40
people.
more.
So I don't like how people
But
are
our beliefs are also different. Like I cannot speak for all Kenyans.
You can't speak for all Kenyans.
Because at this point,
Our
from what I'm
beliefs are
understanding, is that
yeah.
everyone is speaking from the perspective of Kenyans. Like, we should be speak for yourself, because opinions are like music.
Yeah.
You take what you want and take what you
And
don't want.
And I feel like I feel like sometimes if you don't have anything good to say, sometimes it's just good to not say anything at all.
Sometimes it's also good to just shut up.
Yeah.
I think that is it. There's one funny thing I saw. No, it's true. We're being honest. There's one funny tweet I saw. So someone was saying, honestly, when fornicators and adulterers and thieves and covetous come on here quoting scripture and passing on judgment on repeal 162, I struggle to take them seriously. Your sins were so grave that they had to be cast in stone and made into law. How then can you be judging love? Wow.
Like
Hey.
that hit home. Like, okay.
That
hit
means
home.
that your sins were so grave that they had to be cast in stone and made into law.
Okay.
So then why are you judging love?
For people don't like, a lot of people do not know, like maybe somebody who's gay or somebody who's a lesbian or someone who's trans. So because it's so far from you, you're able to yap this much. But because we know a lot of thieves and you know a lot of people who've done all these little things, we don't want to talk about those things because it's very close to
Yes,
home.
Very
but
true.
It's very close to home. So you don't know.
There's this thing
Yeah.
that usually stay in our culture when it's your friends
Around
that's
you,
not
your
good. But
family,
when it hits you
yeah,
home,
yeah.
there's a way in which it hits you different.
Yeah.
And I think for Kenyans, until the day someone close to you is affected, with your friend, your
Yes.
sister, until it affects, that's when you see whether you know what I was saying was wrong. And when,
Yeah.
when it
Very
happens,
true,
it will
very
be
true.
too late to take back what you
Too
said.
late.
So
Which kinda like gives what the court had said. I think I'll just go through it for those who do not know exactly like what we're talking about. So the court the other day said that in terms of unnatural acts and in terms of carnal knowledge, carnal knowledge is actually sexual intercourse. Against order of nature, they say these words are not legally vague. And since those various words have dictionary meaning, that's what the court had said. And then in another tweet, apparently the court said that section 162 and 165 are not discriminatory to the LGBTQ community because the acts criminalized against are for anyone. So that is what the bone of contention now comes in between. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. I just gave you a slight hint of what we're going to talk about. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll have a very broad conversation about what the whole repeal 162 is all about. Actually, it's repeal 162 and 165, if you know properly. And then we'll now go down into the details. We'll have guests here who have been to court or who are within the whole process to give us a bit more insight. But for now, Kenyans, you're funny. I think I just
swear to God.
Kenyans
And
are
also,
just...
I feel like you guys can also share with us
Yeah,
your
sure.
thoughts on this because
Yeah.
I think we are almost on the same page on
yes.
this, which is very
No, I
nice.
think, yeah,
Which
it's
is very nice. Yeah,
and progressive, yeah.
But again, we'd like to listen to the other side, to different opinions on this conversation. So you can comment below.
Yeah, please comment below. Don't forget to like this video, share it as much as you can because we are doing this for you so that you can be able to know what's going on. And you see that button over there, down there, please click subscribe and click that bell so that you know when we have a video.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the Kenyan or watching the Kenyan Observer. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much.